webinar on the JDB Associates BillQuick Time and Expense System. The BillQuick system, you can find it if you go to the JDB site and you go to the Employment tab. You page down and there's a link to it right here. Otherwise, once you're here, you might want to bookmark the site for easy reference in the future. Use the username and password you were given. If you forget that, you can contact myself or Lisa Sachko. Lisa can be reached at the email address hr@jdb.com. And again, I am jangle@jdb.com. So now that you're there, there's really only one area that you need to work in, and that is in the Time and Expense tab. There is the sheet view of the Time and Expense entry. There's other views that are for quick entry. We don't want you using those. It doesn't give you the ability to enter comments by tasks. It's really not what you want. You need to be using the sheet view. The other thing that you might do is the expense log. So if you're traveling and you have expenses, again, this is not the right one. Where is it? Expense log. Okay, not the simple one. The simple time card and expense log. I wish we could hide them, but so anyhow, this is where you would enter your expenses. So let's go back to the sheet view, and I want to show the period that includes today. And I'm going to refresh here so I have nothing here. Okay, so to create new entries, it's real simple. You hit the New tab. You enter your date. You get a date picker here if you want, or you can enter today, or you can use the plus or minus. I want to enter time for yesterday. Okay. The projects that you're authorized to will be listed here. I'm going to have a lot more, obviously, than most of the subs. You can just start typing. So if I wanted to type time in for Zurich, okay, once I start typing, it fills in the rest. I can just hit return, select that. The thing we do not want you doing is overriding project names or descriptions. Okay, those are tied to the projects and the tasks. Activity, I'm going to do consulting, project management. Once again, all of the tasks that you are authorized to and all the projects you are authorized to are listed here. You're going to have a much reduced list from what I have. You enter your hours. I worked 8 hours. Again, cost rate, billable hours, it's all filled in. The rest, really all you do is enter the date, the project, the activity, the hours, and then a comment. It's important that we enter comments. Some customers want to see those on the invoices. Worked on new program. I mean, something appropriate. If you worked on a whole bunch of things, if you're on a 6-month project and you've just been doing development every day, we don't really care about that. But if it's a small project, maybe you spent an hour and you re-enabled something that broke, or you authorized a user, or you had to fix something, you should document what it was there. So when they go back a month and a half later when they're reviewing the invoices, they can say, oh yeah, I remember that now. So if you're, again, just working on one project and you're just continuing to do development and stuff, it's not as important. So when you're done here, you just hit, save. Oh, it's up here, I'm sorry. I don't usually use the web version of this. I use the, there's like a client-server version, so I don't get to use the web as much. So I can hit return now, and I go back, and if I hit refresh, it's going to give me, it's going to show me the new entries there. So this one was garbage. I am going to delete it, and the delete button, delete is right here. Okay. Again, editing entries, simple process. Go to edit if you need to make changes. Once again, do not touch this, do not touch this, and we ask that you add the memo box here. Memos on invoices, we don't print invoices that have all this detail on there, but for some customers they want it, so if they want it, we'll give them a time report version of this with the comments. So the comments need to be for me, and they need to be appropriate for the customer as well. Don't write things like, the customer was an idiot, so it took me an extra 3 hours, because I may not review all your comments, and if they see that, we're going to get us both in trouble. So that's really it. Enter all your time. the cost rate and the bill rate in here, this may, you can see it, but it may or may not be meaningful. A lot of times we just throw default numbers in there. We don't really use any of the reporting or the project accounting features or anything. We just use it for recording time. So again, make sure you save. If I make some changes in here and I go to the next page or I navigate away from this, it doesn't always take. So just be careful about that. The other thing is the expense log. Again, fairly similar process. New entry, you have the project, you have the expense. Don't touch the project names or the descriptions. And just a simple note. For you, everything should probably be billable and reimbursable. It doesn't really matter. Just fill it in there. You are going to be submitting an invoice to JDB with your time and expenses. We're going to check and make sure that the detail that's entered here matches that. And so this is really just, we do want the notes and stuff for the customers so they can see them if they want to. But that's it. The whole process, if you do this daily, should take a couple minutes at most. I'm going to log out and just let's walk through this again. So you simply log in. You log in. You go to the time and expense sheet view. You click New. You put your project, Zurich Consulting Project Management, 8 hours, and insert memo here. You hit save, and for most of you, that's all it's going to take to do this for every day. We would like time and expenses entered frequently. Don't wait till the end of the month. Daily would be super. Weekly is kind of a minimal requirement, so we can take a look at where we're at and what we have going on and how much work we have in process. If you have any questions, give me a call. Otherwise, that's it. Thank you very much.